Stop resisting! Sit down now!
You don't have to pull me, I'm getting out now!
Get out!
Stop it!
Get out!
Stop it!
Hey, free America! Free America!
Police badges are meant to symbolize safety, trust, and the law. But what happens when those symbols are used to intimidate, lie, or destroy lives? Today we're exposing cases that force you to rethink everything you assume about authority. So let's get started.
Right here. It doesn't matter. Just put your hands behind your back. Don't resist. Put your other hand behind your back.
On January 6th, 2021, what should have been an ordinary drive home quickly turned into a nightmare for David Henry. After leaving a weed dispensary in Tacoma, Washington, David entered an intersection believing the light was green, but it wasn't. This mistake led to a crash, drawing police to the scene, and among them was Officer Ron Komorowski.
I gotta let you know we're being audio and video recorded.
Okay.
What happened?
I saw the light turn green, so I went and smacked.
Were you turning left?
I was going straight
Okay, so you were going this way or this way?
that way.
And where was he coming from?
They were coming this way. They just came out. I think.
So they're going this way as you're crossing the intersection?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you hit them?
Looks like I hit him.
Okay. Are you injured?
I don't think so.
Okay. You got your license and insurance on you?
Yeah.
Let's step away so they can drive.
I
So here's this back. So a couple questions, Mr. Henry. Okay, where are you coming from?
Officer Ron Komorowski shifted from gathering basic crash details to probing questions about David's whereabouts and activities. Instead of focusing on traffic factors, the officer steered the interaction toward alcohol and substances. A DUI investigation requires specific, articulable indicators. Curiosity alone never met that standard, yet the officer continued as if asking enough questions could manufacture reasonable suspicion out of thin air.
Downtown.
We're at downtown.
I was by the casinos.
Okay. Did you have a couple drinks in the casino?
I wasn't in the casino.
Okay, what were you doing down there?
I was buying some weed. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Did you smoke a little bit afterwards?
No.
When was the last time you smoked?
Yesterday.
Okay, and
I got still in the package and everything.
how much?
Actually, I didn't even smoke yesterday.
Do you usually smoke? So if not yesterday, when was the last time you did smoke?
A year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so only now you're coming back to
I was gonna buy some weed.
smoking?
Yeah.
Okay, and where are you going now?
Home. I'm going home.
Where's home at?
As the questioning continued, David consistently answered and cooperated, even though he didn't have to volunteer that information. Officer Komorowski kept asking about marijuana use, despite getting clear timelines that placed any alleged use well outside any impairment window. So here, practically the biggest mistake David made was being honest.
Still good?
Yeah, I was just out doing errands, like buying groceries and paying
And
bills. I
you
just got
said
paid.
you had a green light?
Yeah, I saw a green light. And I hit the gas. I couldn't have been going more than 5-10 miles an hour. And just smashed. I got hit hard. Like, that was fast.
You said you saw a green light and you went ahead and...
Yeah, I pushed the gas pedal, so I moved forward. I didn't slam it to the floor or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you take any medication for anything?
No.
Do you have any medical, mental conditions?
Officer Komorowski introduced voluntary field sobriety tests, presenting them as a way to make sure David was safe to drive. David agreed, trusting a process that officers are trained to judge subjectively. We can agree that David caused a minor crash. The police had every right to do this, but the real problem will come from what happens after the exercises.
Okay, you prescribed anything that you're not taking?
No.
Okay. Would you like to do some voluntary tests? I want to make sure you're okay to drive.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You want to, throw that back in there.
Yeah. Can I put this in my car real quick?
What's in your car?
Okay, I'll put this in my car.
I'll just have the firefighter hold on to it real quick, if you don't mind, sir.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll close it. Don't worry.
So, a couple questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see the tip of this pen here?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, okay? You're gonna stand with your feet together, hands at your sides, okay? I'm gonna move this tip of the pen left to right, up and down. I want you to keep your head perfectly still and follow this with your eyes only. Do you understand? Okay.
Now, up to this point, Officer Ron Komarovsky had a legitimate reason to assess whether David was impaired. A traffic accident, even a minor one, can justify a closer look. But here is where things quietly shifted. Instead of narrowing the investigation based on facts, the officer expanded it, asking broader questions that moved further away from the crash itself.
My camera would. Oh. Good times. He's not.
I asked him, I said, are you hurting? He's like, what do you mean hurting? I said, do you have any pain? He's like, what's pain? I'm like, you done?
I'd say more, but I no longer can. My face has plenty.
I can read body language.
Yeah, dude. My face reads pretty well usually. Even with the mask, the eyes will do well. I just discovered that my light bar doesn't work, so that's cool.
Your light bar?
I went to turn on, I was like, oh, that's the next thing for me. He loves DUIs, so this is actually. Oh, he loves them. He's probably thrilled. Ooh, early.
Despite showing no obvious signs of impairment, David remained cooperative, answering questions and following instructions. This is usually framed as the right thing to do, but in practice, it often works against citizens. The more David spoke, the more Officer Komarovsky treated the cooperation as consent to escalate, and once officers feel invited to dig, they rarely stop on their own.
Yeah. 14:30 is a little early.
Don't stop.
Yeah, well, and I don't think there's a time limit for when you use drugs, so whenever the mood strikes, starting well. Yell at them, that'll help.
Yeah, just one from the field of golden, Chris.
Okay, go.
The field sobriety exercises came and went without anything remarkable, which should have mattered. These tests exist to reveal impairment, not to justify assumptions. Yet instead of clearing David, the officers treated the results as neutral, almost irrelevant. This was the first strong indication that the outcome was no longer tied to performance.
The face. Great this summer when there was the fires because we blocked this intersection and everyone was like flipping out, which kind of made it interesting. I sat in my car.
Okay, make sure you keep your hands right here. Okay, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and begin.
Yeah, we were up there for about 18 hours. You talking about the fire that was up there? We were up there for about 18 hours.
Well, I know you guys are because I felt bad for you guys. I was guarding, like just standing guard basically. I was like,
we took a break and literally with our packs and everything.
Yeah, you guys were laying on the road.
Took a nap on 56.
I know, we were there. I was sitting there. I was like, oh, these poor guys are tired.
I'm like, I don't care who sees this.
No, who cares? At that point, you know, I mean, that's a lot of time physically doing. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, that's horrible. My sister's West Pierce.
Yeah.
And she's like, man, we've never had anything like that. That's.
If any of this up to now looks to you like a perfectly normal routine check, well, that's because it actually is. However, the problem starts when you realize that these officers had already decided David's fate that day and that nothing at all he would show them would change their opinion from the very start. It looks like someone needed a sense of power that day.
Then we had the 3 house fires at the same time.
Yeah, the same day.
Yeah.
That was a terrible day.
I
I worked OT that day.
Did you?
Man, my lungs were rough after that. couple days of coughing up along.
One of your colleagues actually called it in, the fire down there.
Yeah, it's Trent. He's on our squad.
Okay.
He's like, oh,
Do you mind standing by with this gentleman?
not a problem. How you doing, man? Yeah, I can imagine. Doesn't seem like a great day for you.
No, it sucks.
No, what car were you in? That's a pretty bad one. You hurting?
I don't think so.
You don't think you're hurting? Usually I know like that's like a yes or no kind of.
Yeah.
You know, like yes I'm in pain or no I'm not in pain.
You carefully put set of alibi.
3 sheets to the wind.
What's that?
3 sheets to the wind.
Sorry.
3 sheets to the
The first red flag that should have immediately told us something was seriously off was the fact that the officers were talking among themselves about consequences for David while frequently muting their body cameras. As far as I know, those cameras are there for a reason, and what they did is nothing more than hiding evidence, unless they want to agree on something that wasn't supposed to be on camera.
wind. Do you know that phrase? No, that's a southern phrase, I guess.
It's just a rule out.
DUI.
No blood sugar or anything like that.
Hey, good news, my light bar doesn't work anymore. Like when I was like,
You have the worst luck.
I know. I'm pretty nice. Have the worst luck. He seems like it. They said, they asked him, are you in pain? He's like,
All right.
apparently, that video footage?
Of the actual plane? Would you mind looking at it?
No, I'll be happy to. Yeah, and I'll get info from her, so. And add it into the call because she's there for that. Some good info. If you're good with him, I'll actually go talk to her real quick. I'm going to hand you these real quick. Or do you want me to hold on to them while you do that?
Yeah, just hold
Can
on a
him?
little bit, yeah.
Then came the breath test, clearly explained as voluntary and not meant for court evidence. David agreed again, still believing facts would protect him. He blew a 0.00. At this moment, any reasonable DUI investigation should have ended. Alcohol was ruled out entirely, but rather than closing the case, the officers adjusted their theory. What follows will shock you.
Yeah.
So do you have AFib or anything like that?
56S Oaks.
Are you guys down with them?
You got everything you need, sweetie? Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So this next test, it's a voluntary test. It is not used for any.
With alcohol off the table, Officer Komarovsky didn't release David or return to an accident protocol. Instead, the focus quietly shifted to drugs without any real indicators to support that suspicion. And worst of all, not one of the officers even considered that David was cooperative because he had nothing to hide. Well, when it comes to police, we always have a reason to be afraid, don't we?
Evidentiary value in court. Would you like to take part in this test?
Is that the breathalyzer? Yeah.
You will? Okay.
Can I grab a quick signature for you?
What's that?
Can I grab a quick signature then?
Sure.
Alright. This isn't a bill or anything, just to say we cannot evaluate you, let you know your options, okay?
Put this back in the glove compartment.
Sure. Thanks.
Like you said, she's lucky she didn't roll.
Alright. Start as best you can right there. Alright. Very good, thank you.
Okay, sir. Sir, just take a deep breath in and exhale through the stoop like you're blowing up a balloon, okay? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, okay.
The decision to arrest David for DUI marked the point of no return. A sober breath test, calm behavior, and full cooperation were all ignored. At this stage, the arrest relied almost entirely on Officer Komarovsky's subjective belief. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, this looked like an officer prioritizing authority over evidence.
Okay, sir, you're under arrest for DUI, so go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir, I am. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Give me your other hand, right here.
What I blow?
It doesn't matter. Just put your hands behind your back. Don't resist. Put your other hand behind your back.
I didn't drink anything. What the?
You don't have to drink to be a DUI.
You're under arrest.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand your rights? Yes or no? Would you like me to read your rights again?
Yes, please.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right this time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. Do you understand your rights?
Once David was in handcuffs, the process became mechanical. His objections, explanations, and visible confusion no longer mattered. This is a classic pattern. After an arrest decision is made, everything else becomes paperwork. And thanks to that mindset, officers often forget that an unlawful arrest doesn't become lawful just because it's already in progress.
Okay, let's go over
We
there.
just have to have a verbal yes or no, man. We're not gonna have to do anything at that point.
I haven't drank shit.
Come on, custody.
This is bullshit. Because I used to have a DUI 7 years ago. You're doing this.
No, that has nothing to do with
Yeah,
it,
it
my friend.
is.
You're
But
gonna
give me
just face the car, okay?
A faulty breathalyzer test. You should know this. You're black. You should know this.
Stop this.
This is racism at its finest.
I'm sorry you feel that. Do you have any needles on you, anything sharp that's gonna stick me or poke me or hurt me?
No.
Okay. Okay, let's switch sides.
Yeah, I just walked through that one time anyway.
Let's switch sides.
Yeah.
Need anything from your car, my friend?
The situation got worse when officers decided to go for an involuntary blood draw. This is not a small step. It's a serious intrusion that requires strong justification. Ordering it after a 0.00 breath test should have triggered real internal caution. Still, thanks to that decision, it will only be proven how wrong they were that day and how they turned themselves into classic clowns.
Is there anything in the car?
Am I going to jail?
Yes. Okay, we're just gonna throw it as is at that point. I'm not gonna use something for the car. Okay, just wanna make sure and give you the option, you know?
So it's not alcohol. You don't think it's a risk? You think it's
I'm
weed?
not gonna answer or ask you any questions because you didn't acknowledge that you understood your rights, and so I think that's okay? I wanna make sure I honor your rights.
That blood draw would cost David thousands of dollars and months of distress, all based on an arrest that lacked solid footing from the very start. Still, the police officers were convinced that he was high that day, even though he hadn't been drinking at all, just because David admitted he went to buy marijuana. Buying doesn't mean using. Does that mean we should never be honest with police officers? You know, just in case.
All right, my friend, let's go in the back of the car. Let's go on the other
I
side.
wasn't drunk at all.
You don't have to be drunk to be a DUI.
I'm not high either.
Well, that's your opinion, my friend.
It's a fact.
Okay.
What are you, a medical professional? No, you're not.
Have a seat, my friend.
No, where's my cell phone and stuff? Where's that
I'll
going?
get it.
You know, where's it?
We're in a bag of
Hey,
that.
free America! Free America!
Watch your knee over there. You have a... Perfect.
A bag?
Yes.
Were you about to ask about a bag?
I'm fucking sober. You don't give a shit. You just want to take my life away. Would you be surprised to know I had a job?
No, I wouldn't actually.
Would you be surprised to know I had a college degree?
No, I wouldn't
Would
be
you be
surprised.
surprised to know that I'm going to grad school?
That's awesome.
I'm
What are you
getting
going
a
for?
PhD.
What you going
I'm
for?
going to be a fucking psychology doctor.
That's awesome. I have a master's in counseling.
Well, you're doing terrible.
Okay. Well, sorry.
Fucking arrest me. I was in an accident.
I know.
Fucking sober as a duck.
Okay.
Why are you fucking doing this?
Officer Ron Komarovsky built the foundation that would later justify an arrest, carefully steering the narrative away from neutral facts and objective details. He focused heavily on questions about alcohol and marijuana, even after David gave timelines that clearly placed any alleged use well outside impairment ranges. Still, police officers don't give up that easily when they need to justify themselves and their actions. Now, do they?
Confirm, you're here, there was another car here. He goes around this car.
He went around and bam. That's what happened.
You have a couple drinks in the casino?
I wasn't in the casino, no.
Okay, what were you doing down there?
I was buying some weed. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Did you smoke a little bit afterwards?
No.
When was the last time you smoked?
Yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah,
how?
I got still in the package and everything.
And how much?
Actually, I didn't even smoke yesterday. Yeah.
Do you usually smoke?
No.
So if not yesterday, when was the last time you did smoke?
A year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah.
Okay, so only now you're coming back to...
After the incident, the fallout was painfully one-sided. Even though the blood test later confirmed David was completely sober, the damage had already been done. He was left with legal uncertainty, financial loss, and months of distress. David attempted to hold the officers accountable through a civil lawsuit, but the court ultimately ruled in their favor, and no disciplinary action was taken against the police involved. And speaking of unfair interactions with the police, let's now take a look at officers who detained a mother solely based on racial profiling. On September 20th in 2019, what should have been a quiet stop for coffee outside a Castro Valley Starbucks turned into a life-altering encounter for Asele Lagervo and her two daughters. They were sitting in a rented Cadillac, waiting for Starbucks to open, on their way to take one daughter to a college exam in Berkeley. Instead of caffeine, they were met by Alameda County Sheriff's deputies Stephen Holland and Monica Pope, who decided this family deserved police attention.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
What are you guys doing here?
Waiting to go to Starbucks in a second. Why? Is there a problem? I can't sit here.
Well, actually, let me tell you why I'm here. Okay. I've been having auto break-ins in this parking lot every morning around this time.
Thank you very much.
So I've been driving around here. Okay. And I noticed that you guys aren't doing nothing but hanging out.
Yeah, I just got in from
And
Vegas.
okay. Well, that
This morning. I've been driving all night.
Okay.
It takes 8 hours to get here.
Well, relax. That's my reason why I'm talking to you.
I'm from here, so I'm not.
Okay.
This is a rent a car from the Bay Area, from Oakland.
Okay.
Just because it's got Nevada.
Officer Stephen Holland approached the vehicle under the pretext of investigating car break-ins. From the very start, his focus wasn't on facts, but on presence. The family was accused of nothing more than suspicion while sitting in a parking lot. However, it wouldn't take long before Officer Holland escalated the entire situation.
It's not
a Nevada car.
No, I'm not Nevada. I'm
Okay.
from
You have your ID on you?
Yeah. Okay, so wait a minute. Now, why are you asking for my ID? You just explained to me about the break-in.
Right.
But why did you explain to me about my ID? What's that about? What did I do? What kind of crime did I commit?
What kind of crime did you commit?
Yeah, I'm asking
Well,
you.
haven't.
Ask you for my ID.
Yeah, you have to give me your ID.
Why do I have to give you my ID?
Why?
I don't have to give you my ID because I haven't did anything. You started talking about a break-in.
Okay.
I thanked you for informing me that.
Right.
I informed you that I'm resting because I'm about to go into Starbucks, right? I informed you I've been driving all night, right?
Well, Starbucks has been open for about 2 hours.
It's actually been open since 5. I checked my GPS. Okay.
Are you doing anything wrong?
No, I'm not.
So then what's the big deal?
I don't have to give you my ID. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No,
You don't?
I know the law. I don't have to give you my ID. I'm not doing anything wrong. I have not did anything.
When Asele Lagerville questioned why she was being asked for identification, Officer Holland struggled to provide a clear answer. Instead of articulating a lawful basis, he repeated demands. Under the Fourth Amendment, officers cannot require ID without reasonable suspicion of a crime. What followed was not a misunderstanding of the law, but a refusal to acknowledge it.
Wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong.
So what you're doing now is leading me to believe that you might be doing something wrong.
No, I'm not doing that. So don't try to trump up no charges. I saw like get your phone out, start recording. Start recording right now, honey. Get Annika on the phone. Get Annika on the phone.
Why are you getting so worked up?
Because I gotta have protection. Because I don't know where this is about to go. I gotta have protection.
Well, it's not gonna go anywhere if you cooperate. So you see this thing right here?
We're not doing anything.
So this is my camera. Everything's being recorded.
Exactly, and I'm not doing anything. That's what did you hear me tell my daughters? Start recording as well.
Yeah, that's fine. They can record all day.
Yeah.
So why are you making this a big deal?
Because I haven't done anything.
You said you're a local resident, or you're from here.
I said I'm originally from here.
Okay.
That's what I just told you.
Well, this can be a completely positive encounter.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you my ID because I haven't done anything. Call Annika right now.
As the family asserted their rights, Officer Holland framed their refusal as suspicious behavior. This is a familiar tactic. Exercising constitutional protections was treated as defiance rather than compliance. The officer's logic was simple and deeply flawed. If citizens did not submit, they must be hiding something. And if you think this isn't dangerous, well, just wait until you see what comes next.
Valid driver's license?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I wouldn't be in this car if I didn't. I can't rent a car without a valid driver's license. Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, I don't know that if you rented this car, right?
Well, what does that have to do? Did we commit a crime?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
What do we use an ID for?
No. So are you going to refuse to give me your ID?
I am, because I haven't done anything. Call your superior. Call your supervisor.
I don't have to do that.
Yes, you do have to do that. Make sure you record that, because I'm going, as soon as I leave here, I'm going to 150th, and I'm going to the sheriff's department.
That's
and what
fine.
is your name? Give me your information.
I'll give you a card when we're done.
Yeah, exactly. You got it? Okay, good. I'm going straight there. Straight there.
Okay, so
we're being harassed for nothing. We're being harassed for nothing.
It's not harassment.
Yes, it is harassment. Yes, it is. I have not did anything.
Okay, hold on. Could you explain us the situation about the break-ins? We told you we just got in town, and you're still trying to tell us about an ID for what?
Right.
We haven't done anything. Did
Okay.
we break-ins or something?
No.
Okay.
No. Someone called and say that this car broke into something. No, they didn't.
Someone tell you this is a car you need to look out for.
Okay.
Exactly. No one did.
Well, guess what? I'm not in any rush. I can hang out here till you want to give me your ID.
I'm not. I want you to call your sheriff. I want you to call me or call your superior, your supervisor. I'm asking for a supervisor right now. I sell it.
Well, hold on.
Call
Hold on.
911. Call 911.
What is going on here?
I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police.
The situation escalated when Asele Lagerville requested a supervisor and stated she intended to report the encounter. Instead of de-escalating, Officer Holland doubled down. He openly stated he was in no rush and implied the family would not leave until they complied. At that point, the stop had clearly transformed into a detention.
I'm gonna call the police.
You're blocking my way right by our car. This on the trunk.
No, we're not doing that. Okay, everyone in this car is detained. You can go back in the car and wait, or you can go in handcuffs and go in my car.
She's not gonna go. I tell her just get in the car. We're not detained.
Yeah.
I'm calling the police right now on
Okay.
you. I'm calling the police on you.
What kind of
because you came up here and harassed me.
This is why the police.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone
no,
in this.
we haven't done anything. Sit down.
Just sit in the car.
Hi, I
Just
need
sit
to
in
get
the car.
a police officer immediately to the Starbucks in Castro Valley. I'm being
Dirty one,
harassed
but
by
you may be
an
getting a car
individual
from
that's
an
saying that
unhappy
they're a sheriff
contact.
for
Just
no
FYI.
apparent reason. For no apparent reason. I don't even know if they are or not. I was sitting in my vehicle. I had dozed off for a second. Was going to go into Starbucks, and
Negative,
all of a sudden I
they're
get a
just
knock
the
on
cell
my
phone
window,
film and type, and
the
they're on the phone
individual
with
starts
911.
talking about break-ins, and I'm like, what? And then I was like, okay. I sell it.
Okay, sit in the car or you're going in handcuffs. I'm not dealing with this. You can sit. You can sit. You can sit in the car. You can sit in the car. Last option. Last chance. Sit in the car. You're going in handcuffs.
Handcuffs for what?
Handcuffs for what?
31 Adam. We'll start us up there.
That was one of the things. You're being really too excessive right about now.
Officer Holland declared that everyone in the car was detained and threatened handcuffs as leverage for compliance. Detention requires reasonable suspicion, and threats of arrest cannot be used to manufacture it. The officer's insistence that cooperation was mandatory exposed a troubling reality, and unfortunately, this was only him starting to warm up, not the peak of the situation.
You're being real real excessive right now. That's one of the reasons why we stopped here too. For me to get coffee, and I was telling her to get up so she could go to the restroom. Oh no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to violate and victimize us.
31 Adam. Well, we just occupy times 3. We got 2 of them out of the car just running all around, filming us, impeding the investigation.
I have an individual here. Hello?
Do you have an answer?
I am in Castro Valley Starbucks. I just spoke with somebody and I got hung up on. Okay, here comes another car.
You don't have an answer. Sir, do you have an answer to why she's been detained? How we
Castro Valley Boulevard.
We're just nothing. We're doing nothing, sir.
Okay, they don't want to listen to us, so let's go ahead and detain these 2.
No, you're not going to detain them. No, you're not going to detain them. We haven't did anything. We haven't did anything. We have not did anything.
You want to start the car? Get out of the car.
No,
get out of the car.
Roll the window down.
Get out of the car.
No, I'm rolling the window down.
Get out of the car.
I'm rolling the window down.
Get out of the car.
I'm rolling the window down.
Get out of the car.
I see it's rolled down.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
No, I'm not.
Get out of the car.
I haven't did anything. I'll get out. Just don't pull on me. I'll get out.
All right, get out of the car.
Call the police.
Get out of the car.
Get somebody here.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. This is your last chance to get out of the car, or I'm placing you.
No, you're not placing me under arrest.
Or I'm placing you under arrest.
I'm calling someone.
Get out of the car.
The officers ordered the family out of the vehicle, issuing conflicting commands and escalating threats. Officer Holland warned of jail without explaining any charge. Additional deputies arrived, including Officer Monica Pope, and the dynamic immediately worsened. The presence of more officers did not bring clarity or restraint. Instead, it amplified pressure.
You don't have to pull me. I'm getting out now.
Then get out.
Stop it.
Then get out.
Stop it. You're gonna get in a lot of trouble. So
That's fine. Stand right here. Stand right here. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. You're being detained.
No, I'm not being detained. For what?
You're being detained.
For what?
Put your hand behind your back, or you're gonna go to jail.
No, I'm not going to jail. And you're not going to. No, we're getting the attorney. We're getting an attorney right now. Record everything. We're getting an attorney. We're getting an attorney. No, we're getting an attorney. We're getting an attorney. We're getting an attorney. The minute. We haven't done anything.
I haven't even committed a crime.
Exactly.
Put your hands behind your back.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to the sheriff department now.
We have 2 detained, working on the 3rd.
We're getting an attorney.
Walk
We haven't done anything.
Walk over here.
I haven't done anything.
Walk over here.
I haven't done anything.
Face this car.
I have not done anything. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't have no weapons on me. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You can't even answer me.
Don't worry. We're going to go to the sheriff department. Don't worry. Don't worry. I said
Put your hands behind your back, or you're going to jail. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
You're going to get fired.
You're going to jail.
You're going to get fired.
That's fine.
You're going to get fired. You watch. Don't worry.
That's fine.
Handcuffs were applied while the family repeatedly asked why they were being detained. No answer was given. Under constitutional law, officers must clearly explain the reason for detention. Oh, let me guess. Was it maybe because the officers didn't actually have any real reason to detain them? Well, it's about time someone finally teaches them how they're supposed to behave.
We got a lawsuit. Don't worry, because we haven't done nothing. We got a lawsuit.
No, I haven't.
We have a lawsuit.
Wait,
don't worry, we have a lawsuit.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Don't worry.
That's fine.
We have a lawsuit. Excuse me, officer. Can you make some sense out of this? We haven't done anything.
All right, walk with me over here.
We haven't done anything.
We're detaining a 3rd.
We haven't done anything. We haven't done
We're in code
anything.
4.
All of a sudden we're getting arrested. Wait a minute.
Is this car open?
We did.
Is this car open?
We haven't. Excuse me. We haven't did anything. So can you get your? I asked for. I don't have a weapon on me.
I'm just checking.
I asked for his superior, his supervisor. I asked for a supervisor.
Grab a seat.
This is not how things work, man.
No, what are you talking about? We haven't did anything.
Take your feet
You
in.
don't demand what we do.
No, I'm not demanding anything.
We do with the car, 28, everything. And the 6 and all that.
Not yet. 31 Adam. Can I get the last 6?
As the family remained handcuffed, Officer Keith Leeper arrived and backed up the deputy's authority, stating they didn't need to explain the detention. That statement was legally incorrect. Transparency isn't optional during a lawful stop, and officers are required to clearly communicate the reason for detention. But we're already used to police officers sticking together and protecting each other, aren't we?
Copy and matches.
Following our instructions.
Resisting.
I'm asking you a question. Why am I being arrested? Right now you're being arrested because you're not
What did I
listening
do
to
to
us.
be arrested? What led up to this? Can you answer that honestly? You cannot.
You won't let me. You won't shut up.
I'm listening.
The family was held in the patrol car for over an hour. They cried, asked to use the restroom, and kept requesting an explanation. None was given. Still, it wouldn't take much longer before the officers realized that even though they wanted to arrest them and take them to jail, they didn't have a single valid reason to do so. Good job, officers.
No.
Like, really? You really?
No. Yeah.
So, you are detained. You are not free to leave. I need to identify who you are, and you're ready.
What followed was an illegal search of the poor woman's car and her daughter's belongings. It's clear that all Officer Holland hoped for was to find anything at all in their vehicle that would help him justify his actions. But unfortunately for him, that didn't happen. Eventually, the family was released without any charges.
To this car, to the people. So,
where's your driver's license at?
It's in my wallet.
Okay, which one's that?
It's my black wallet.
The black wallet? Is that in the purse that was right by your feet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, I'm going admin while I talk to my partners.
Figure out what is going on?
After the incident, the Lagerville family sought accountability through the courts. A federal jury found that deputies Stephen Holland and Monica Pope violated the family's First, Fourth, and 14th Amendment rights and awarded them $8.25 million in damages. Still, despite the verdict, Officer Stephen Holland and Officer Monica Pope were later promoted. And if this made your blood boil, wait until you see another example of an unlawful arrest that cost the city $175,000. In February of 2018, Greg Bombard was driving through his hometown of St. Albans, Vermont. He didn't commit any crime or traffic violation for that matter. He was just having coffee, a cigarette, and the misfortune of passing Trooper Jay Riggin. According to the trooper, Greg flipped him off. That single moment bruised an ego so badly enough to trigger a police response.
You need something? Yeah. No, it looked like you put me off and you're going by there. like you went like this to me as I was driving by you. Were you looking? Did you not do that?
No, you might have thought I might have been stretching. I was doing this.
Okay, so you didn't...
No.
Okay, you didn't intentionally do that then?
I thought I flipped you off.
Yeah, it looked like you looked right at me and looked like you stuck your middle finger up in my face.
No, I was doing this. Yeah. You must be really sensitive if the trooper is flipping you off.
Well, I don't need to make it personal, you know. I mean, you looked right at me, and I don't know if you were lighting a cigarette or you had
Well,
I was doing
this.
First of all, I'm not an overly sensitive person, and it's the first time in 12 years I've ever stopped someone who I thought put me off, so I don't like that insinuation. You know what I'm saying? In talking to you, I want to make sure that you're all right. Yeah.
Trooper J. Reagan initiated contact under the pretense of concern. He claimed Greg made an unusual gesture and wanted to check if he needed help. Right away, the justification sounded thin. Just a trooper trying to explain why his feelings mattered more than probable cause. This was the first clue that this stop was never about safety.
It's an unusual behavior.
It's unusual behavior.
You may not have been doing that, but I think you can agree that if someone was looking for the attention of a trooper, they're probably going to find it by giving them that type of negative signal. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't know, because I don't understand that.
If somebody were to do that, can we? That might not have been you. Can we agree? If somebody did that for a trooper, they're obviously looking for their attention.
No, I wasn't looking for your attention.
I know. I'm saying if someone did that. I'm trying to put you in my mindset from what I was thinking for a moment. Now that I'm talking to you, I realize that maybe that wasn't the case. Right? You don't strike me as someone who would do that. I don't know that until I have a conversation with you. Agree with that? I don't know you until I have a conversation with you.
Okay, so I have a question. If someone flips you off, what is the citation? What's the crime?
So if somebody flicks me off, I don't know if they're signaling to try to get my attention because they need assistance or they need to have a conversation. Because obviously it's not normal behavior, so I'm going to have that conversation. Right? So it's not normal. I'm telling you, out of thousands of public interactions, I've never seen that. At least it didn't catch my attention, but it was so obvious what she did. Take a left here, take your first left. Take a left and your first left. So I won't take up any more of your time.
Well, I'm going to file a complaint with you.
You're more than welcome to. It's Trooper Reagan out of Salvas Barracks.
Reagan focused obsessively on the alleged middle finger. He repeated it, reframed it, explained how unusual it was. But unfortunately for him, gestures, even rude ones, are not crimes. The First Amendment protects offensive expression, yet Reagan treated disrespect as suspicious behavior.
But I don't understand why, you thought I flipped you off.
I was going by there, and your middle finger was extended while you were looking at me.
Maybe I was doing this.
Well, I also see that you had a cigarette in your hand, and so it's possible that you had one hand up while you're cigarette.
That would be considered freedom of expression. So I'm going to file a complaint against you.
So actually, you're more than welcome to. So here's the issue: is that although maybe freedom of expression, it is so unusual that it requires intervention to make sure that you don't need help at the time. Are you trying to signal my attention or something? Okay, so it may be freedom of expression, but it crosses the line, whereas it is so unusual that it requires intervention. And I'm not going to delay any more than I need to. Listen, sir, once I realize that you weren't flipping me off, you're free to go. You understand?
Now you don't realize I flipped you off.
Once I realize
What if I did flip you off?
Then we have a conversation on what's appropriate or not appropriate. I have other things to do than to be...
So if I did flip you off...
Have a good day. As he pulled away, he called me an asshole and said, "Fuck you."
Trooper Reagan told Greg he was free to go. It was a case closed, or so it seemed. Greg drove off. End of story for any lawful officer. But this wasn't about closure. This was about control. And in just a few seconds, Reagan decided he was not done being disrespected.
With the bird. I'm going to arrest him for disorderly conduct. There are multiple people around there. 240 Song, send me another unit to Brainerd Street in the city. Sounds on Brainerd and off on North Main Street. Another unit, please.
No, there's any other units?
Okay, so now you're under arrest for disorderly conduct. Get out of the car.
I'm under arrest for disorderly conduct. What
Yeah,
did I do?
All the people there saying fuck you and calling me an asshole, all the people there.
The second stop began the moment Greg Bombard drove away and Trooper Jay Riggin decided that being insulted was not something he was willing to let go. This time, there was no talk of checking if Greg needed help. The tone shifted immediately. Riggin framed Greg's alleged gesture and profanity as public disturbance.
The public? That's a crime, sir. So get out of the car, you're under arrest.
How am I under arrest for disorderly conduct?
I'm not going to debate this with you, please step out of the car. You are under arrest. Step out of the
But
car.
how is that disorderly conduct, sir? How is that disorderly conduct?
Although the first
Sir,
interaction,
I just got up.
listen to me.
I'm having a coffee.
Listen to me. Ask me a question. Although the first interaction may have been an error, the second one certainly was not. And while your window was down with your middle finger extended, you said, quote, asshole, yelled it, and then said, fuck you as you drove away. And all that public there heard it and saw it. So that is disorderly conduct 101. Step out of the car. Step out of the car.
I'm having problems. I have a lot of...
Step out of the car. Step out of the car, you're going to be checked.
How am I going to
Step out of the car.
Can I meet you at the barracks?
No, you cannot.
How
Step out
am
of the car, you're under arrest.
Can I call your supervisor?
Do not. We'll be at the barracks when we get there. Step out of the car, you're under arrest.
How am I under arrest?
Step out of the car, I'm going to make you.
But, sir, can you explain to me how that is...
It's disorderly conduct. It is tumultuous behavior. All the motor vehicle traffic there, that's tumultuous. You cannot do that. It's tumultuous. It's profane behavior in public.
I don't understand that.
Step out of the car. I'll lock the door. Step out of the car.
God, I can't believe this.
Step out of the car.
You're serious, sir.
Walk back here.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't a problem until it became a problem. You understand that?
Are you kidding?
I'm going to put the hood on my... Hands on the hood.
Oh, my God.
Hands on the hood.
Come on.
Trooper Riggin ordered Greg out of the car and announced an arrest for disorderly conduct, relying entirely on his own interpretation of what people nearby might have seen or heard. This was where the stop fully crossed into retaliation. Protected speech was now being rebranded as a crime, and annoyance was being treated as probable cause. By this logic, any criticism of police authority could justify an arrest.
And put your hand behind your back.
Oh, my God, sir. You're kidding.
Other
My
hand.
car is
Other
running,
hand. Other
sir.
hand. I'll take care of it. Okay.
I cannot believe this, sir. I cannot believe this.
The first one may have been an error, and the second one certainly was
How
not.
is that disorderly conduct? I'm not being disorderly. How is it causing disorderly?
Now, we can maybe agree to disagree, but yelling asshole and saying fuck you with your hand out of the window in front of what probably were dozens of people, if not over 100 people, in very busy Main Street traffic. Now, that's disorderly conduct 101. That first thing may have been an error, but after that, it certainly wasn't. But now I'm wondering, but now I'm wondering if maybe you actually did do that as I thought you originally did. Because only somebody who then would have the audacity.
I was smoking a cigarette and I was
you may let
fingers.
You may let me speak now. Someone who has the audacity to do that. Someone who has the audacity. I told you, I've made thousands and thousands of car stops, and I don't remember any time I've ever seen someone consciously clicking the bird. So now I'm convinced that you did. Especially that behavior to actually get the end of the stop. Okay, so you are under arrest, and that's the end of the story.
Whatever. I don't know what to do here, so I'm going to...
What we're going to do is just be compliant.
Well, I am, but I'm not going to answer my questions, I guess.
I'm
worried about my car.
I'm not intending you to I'm not intending to ask you the questions.
As Greg rightfully questioned how his actions disrupted public order, Trooper Riggin repeated the same explanation without adding any facts. He mentioned traffic, witnesses, and an offense, yet failed to explain any real disturbance. Disorderly conduct requires actual disruption, not imagined reactions. As far as I know, police are called law enforcement for a reason, not feeling enforcement. How did someone this unstable even get the job in the first place?
I'm worried about my car, sir.
Jessica can stay in there.
You're kidding. I cannot believe this.
240 South 121, I'll use the 23.
Oh my.
Everything in here is going to poke me. Anything I'll have any gloves on.
No. Sir, can you please, can I please go?
No. Nope. That ship sailed.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh my God.
I'm all set now.
So what happens to my car?
Well, it says no parking on the side of the street, so it's going to get towed.
Where? Where does it get towed?
I'll give you a record of your preference. Come back over here.
Can I get my personal bag?
I can grab it for you, but you can't grab it. You understand?
Greg was handcuffed while the trooper continued explaining why the arrest made sense to him personally. This was no longer about enforcing the law, but about defending a decision already made. Once the arrest was underway, every explanation served only to validate the officer's authority. At this point, the First Amendment had been completely removed from the conversation.
And you've been arrested, right? So you don't just get to drag around your car now, right? I mean, you can't take around now. You've been arrested. You're in custody. So
All right, whatever. Oh my lord, this is ridiculous.
I think we can agree your behavior is ridiculous. 99 out of 100 people who I thought that did that in the original stop, if it was an honest mistake, they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I apologize for any error, and they would drive on. They wouldn't then do what you did, which makes me think that you did do it now.
I'm not going to answer any more questions, sir. Can you please
Which one is tight?
I don't, whatever. Just, can you loosen it a little? You have some compassion.
So I have, absolutely. So I can put my thumb in there. And so the issue is if I loosen it too much, it's going to ride up against your wrist bone, so I'll loosen it a little bit, but if it gets too loose, it's going to start grinding out.
All right, just bring me wherever you got to bring me.
You've got capillary refill on both hands.
While adjusting the handcuffs, Trooper Riggin softened his tone and said he didn't want Greg to be in pain. Physical comfort suddenly mattered, while legal justifications didn't. The officer sounded calm and conversational, but that calm tone hid a serious First Amendment violation. Courtesy doesn't turn an unlawful arrest into a lawful one, and honestly, Trooper Riggin was stupid if he thought those fake words would make us forget he arrested a man for absolutely nothing.
This is ridiculous.
I'm going to loosen these though, so they're going to be uncomfortable. I don't want them to be painful, so I'm going to loosen them a little bit. Okay. Is that a little better?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. How much is it okay, or you need more?
It's fine, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you need anything out of the car? A cell phone.
Can I get my... Yeah, can I get my cell phone and my personal bag, please?
Is on the front seat?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to back up a little bit.
That's one way to do it.
Attention then shifted to Greg's vehicle and his personal belongings. Trooper Riggin controlled when and how Greg could access his property, reinforcing the reality of custody. This moment showed the real cost of the arrest. A citizen who hadn't committed any crime was now dependent on the discretion of the same officer who started the violation. Just imagine how much better the world would be if police officers were this serious when it came to real criminals.
I drove by him, and I saw his middle finger extended at me.
Really?
So I just wanted to have a conversation with him. It's like, you need to, what's going on? Do you need help? Right? I mean, totally unusual behavior. What's going on? He denied doing it, so I said, okay, maybe you didn't do it. And then...
He absolutely did it, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely did. So I got to the car before he left. He, out the window, yelled, asshole, said, fuck you, and put me off in front of 100 people.
Great. I will meet you at the barracks.
It's outrageous.
I'm going to have Kansas sit with this.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to the barracks.
Correct.
You want to give him the preference?
No, I'm giving the preference.
Ask him, I'm going to have Kevin sit. We're going back to the barracks for this.
Do you have a preference for a tow truck?
As they prepared to transport Greg, Trooper Riggin explained his version of events to others, repeating the claim that Greg's gesture and profanity happened in front of a large crowd. I don't know how he wasn't ashamed to tell this sad story to his colleagues, but hey, at the end of the day, they're all the same and get offended by the same things. And don't forget, these officers swore to protect the constitutional rights of all citizens.
No.
I'm going to put your cell phone in your bag here.
All right.
240 sounds.
240.
Next on the list, please.
Back in here and I'll follow you that way to the barracks.
Okay. Zones, I'm 10 from here. I'm 76 from Barracks with the Mail 95.
At this point, Trooper Jay Riggin tried to reframe the situation yet again, this time suggesting that Greg Bombard's alleged gesture was so unusual that it might justify a mental health intervention. Okay, let's guess in the comments how many more times Trooper Riggin will come up with something new, because clearly nothing had worked up to that point. I'm betting on at least 5 more.
When you get out of your car, let me run some by you real quick here.
Over. Alright, I'm taking people off. I'm going to need some people first, and I'll get you out of the car. Show myself.
You realize who this is?
No.
Just the guy who
Oh, really? Okay, so you have to be
I just saw the name. I just saw the name when I was coming in.
No, but the thing is, John, that it is so supremely unusual to do that. Absolutely worth a intervention for a moment to assess mental health, other type of crisis going on. Because it's going on. Once you fail.
Greg was escorted into a holding cell while Trooper Riggin calmly explained the process. Of course, now he suddenly remembered he should be professional and explain everything nicely. Still, let's not forget he was so pathetic that he arrested a man because he called him an asshole. So much for professionalism. No, really, it's almost as if people with complexes only get hired into the police.
How long do I have to stay here? Well, I'm going to get your paperwork, and I'll come back and get you. So when I take this right hand up, I'm on top of your head. Do you understand that? Go ahead. Yeah. Do you understand? Your right arm is going, right hand's going on your head. Do you understand that? Okay. All right, put your right hand on your head.
We'll be totally fine with you, man.
Pardon me?
So we're going to be totally fine with you. So just...
Yeah, I got my cell phone. So calm down. No, when you're released, we'll get all your property. How long is it going to take? I don't know. It's not going to take paperwork late, but you're going to be here for at least a half hour. Okay. And can I speak to a supervisor or your station commander or... So Trooper Brucey is the trooper in charge right now. Okay. There's station commander, but he's not here. I can let him know that he is looking to talk to him when he's available, but that's all I do for you is Trooper Brucey.
I'm pretty much a senior guy in the barracks.
Okay. So, can you explain to me again?
Inside the barracks, Trooper Riggin explained again the basis for the arrest, stating clearly that the disorderly conduct charge stemmed from flipping him off and using profanity. The arrest wasn't tied to traffic, obstruction, or violence. It was explicitly tied to speech. That admission alone should have ended the discussion, legally speaking.
And you're arresting me for disorderly conduct, okay? And the disorderly conduct was giving you a finger and saying, fuck you. So, we had a window open in front of all those people. You yelled asshole, said fuck you, and held your middle finger out the window as you drove away. So that happened. And frankly, and now that I've gotten to know you a little better, the initial interaction, which drew my attention in the first place, you absolutely stuck your middle finger out as you drove by me. That did happen. And then you can, if you want to listen, you're asking me questions. I'm not going to ask you questions. You're not in custody, and you're not going to probably waive your rights anyways. I'm not going to read your Miranda. We're just talking, trying to explain the situation. You're free to disagree about everything that's gone on here. But when someone drives by and flicks a middle finger at a police officer, one can argue that's freedom of expression. One can also argue that it's so supremely unusual to do that it absolutely mandates intervention to say, do you need some kind of assistance? Are you having some kind of a mental lapse? You need some kind of intervention immediately. I didn't ID you.
Riggin went even further, openly acknowledging that giving a middle finger could be considered free expression, before immediately arguing that it was so unusual it demanded police intervention. But the First Amendment doesn't come with an exception for behavior officers personally find strange. Once speech is acknowledged as protected, escalating the encounter becomes indefensible.
Giving you the flipping of the bird. It's so unusual. It's so unusual. And so when I stopped, I didn't even ID you. I want to ascertain what's going on. Do you need something from me that you would do that want my attention? You certainly got my attention. So you had it. And then you said you denied it, although now I absolutely know that you did, because it was so obvious. And then I didn't ID you. I said, okay, you know what? You want to get your pound of flesh out of me? We're holding up traffic. You're free to go. Didn't detain you any longer than you needed to ascertain that you were okay. So off you went. And then you committed a crime by using profanity twice with the profane gesture in front of what was probably absolutely no less than 100 people on a very crowded street. That's completely improper and that is no problem. 100 people. Dozens and dozens, if not over 100. So those cars that were
parallel to us. You thought there was 100 cars. There were absolutely dozens of.
As Greg continued asking questions, Trooper Reagan shut the conversation down, stating that the arrest was complete and further discussion was unnecessary. Of course, he explained the stops once authority is asserted. The decision had been finalized, and now the system would simply move forward as if legality were no longer relevant. The officer clearly believed his actions were untouchable.
People who saw the interaction both behind me, in front of you, and all along the side were stopped there as you were cleared. Absolutely. Where's your body cam? Okay, so we're done. So I see now if you stop asking questions, you'll get your pound of flesh out of me. You've been arrested. We don't need to interact anymore except for just administrative business. So I'm going to let you just sit here and think about it. Guys, I have one more question, sir. Yeah. All right. Greg, what's your question? I'm going to want to request the body cam that you have.
We don't have body cams.
I thought you guys were body cams.
No, city videos, we don't. We have cameras in our cars that tape what's in front of us. We don't have body cams on.
Oh, okay. So, do you have audio?
Yeah, we have audio.
You have audio like on your body?
Walk up to the car. There's a mic on us.
Okay.
And what we're saying in the car will be recorded in our car. It's been like that for forever.
Okay. So when you passed me, I was going this way, you're going this way, and I request your dash cam.
Years later, this exact conversation became the reason the case unraveled. Trooper Jay Riggin admitted on camera that the arrest was based on a middle finger and profanity, both clearly protected speech. With help from the ACLU of Vermont and Fire, Greg Bombard sued the department and won. In 2024, he was awarded $100,000 plus attorney fees, and shortly after the settlement, Riggin resigned. If today's case has made you question everything, brace yourself, because this story doesn't stop here. What you've seen is only the warning shot. In the next video, we're uncovering incidents that cross even more lines and push accountability to the breaking point. Stay curious and see you in the next one.